I'm Jim Hovland. I'm a friend of Ken's. Didn't know him all growing up, but got to be great friends with him. I live here in Edina. I live in Edina at the present time with my wife, Lorraine. So, you know what? Since he passed away, he's in your mind all the time. But especially this morning, if you woke up here and walked outside, and you were from Grand Forks or from Devil's Lake, it's a North Dakota summer day today. There isn't a cloud in the sky. There's just a slight breeze, and I thought this is a beautiful day for Kenny because you can just see Kenny Mellum as a grade school kid on his bike heading out to Lincoln Park with his golf clubs, smelling that beautiful green grass you can only smell in Grand Forks, and smelling the sweet clover that you can only smell in Grand Forks. It's a fabulous feeling, in a sense, and a wonderful place to grow up. Excuse me. I was in grade school. Early in grade school, Ken was a sixth grader, and there was a rumor amongst those of us, I can't remember if I was in first grade or second grade, that there was a guy in the sixth grade who had to shave. And I don't know if it's true or not, but you know, they said it was Kenny Mellum. Well, then, you know, it was so he's been a man from the time he was a sixth grader in many ways. And when he was an eighth grader, they talked about him being as big a kid physically as a high school senior. And so physically, he's been a man from the time he was very, very young, and he was a man for too short a period of time, way, way too short a period of time. We tried to get together. Some of us were in Detroit Lakes last weekend, and we tried to get together on Sunday morning. Gordy Knutsvig, I saw Gordy earlier. I don't know if he's still here. Doug Gillum, who used to work for Ken, myself, Tim O'Keefe, who you heard about, who'll be here tomorrow, was the head of the Alumni Association up at the University of North Dakota, all of us growing up in Grand Forks. And we tried to get over to breakfast at the club and catch Pete Lloyd, who's here, who was one of Kenny's dear friends and like a younger brother to Ken. And Pete had already gotten in the car and left for Minneapolis, so I'm sure he was on his way to see Joanne, so, and pick up his wife. And the stories just kind of rolled. And of course, we always have good stories about Pete. Pete's a great storyteller. But Tim had one story from a super swing golf tournament at UND where they raised money for the golf folks, for the athletic department. And he said he brought these three brothers over from Bemidji where he used to live. They were real good golfers and they were going to play with Kenny. And so Kenny, if you've ever played in a golf outing with him, he'll tell you exactly where to putt it, and you better hit that spot, or you're not going to make the putt. So these guys, after 18 holes of playing in this thing that Ken wanted to win, they told Tim they would never come back again if they had to play with Ken Mellum. So intense is a good word. Relentless is maybe a better word. If he wouldn't have had this ball obstruction, I'm sure there was a good chance he would have made his career in the military because he would have been a fabulous military person. He would have made George Patton look like a conscientious objector. Kathy, it's really nice to see you. I haven't seen you for quite a few years. I'm trying to think of some other things that I had jotted down. Oh, we were on a golf trip one time in Ojai. I think Pete was living in Los Angeles, and there were a bunch of us that went to a place north of Los Angeles and east of Ventura. And I don't remember who it was exactly, but I was playing with Ken, and he had a three-putt. He came off the green, and he banged his bag, what he thought was his bag, on the bottom with his putter, split the bottom of the thing wide open. He was really powerful and strong. And this other voice said, "Hey, that's my bag." So, well, and JR, I see JR there. We met him at Susie's wedding, and that was fantastic. With Ken, you know, I kind of feel like he was, and I mean this in the most complimentary sense, he was like life's champion mutter and grinder. And life for him was not some gentle journey. It was like an obstacle course that he could hardly wait to get into. And he would go here and there, and always with a direction, and always a mission, and always mission accomplished, because he never failed in anything that he did. He had a wonderful family. He raised some great kids. We're really proud to know them, and we're really sad that he's gone. Thank you.